It all began with a heritage trip to Scotland and the day I stepped into an 18th century croft in the Highlands where a peat fire was burning.
Oh, man.
You smell that peat smell, Dale?
This is how your ancestors would have been living. Now, down here, it flattens down, so it is flat. So, but just take one.
By that time, we toured Glasgow and Edinburgh and Inverness, churches and battlefields, castles, and even did a distillery tour as we traveled all the way through MacKenzie Lands to the west coast of Scotland. But I blamed that peat smoke for my newly found fascination with Scotch whiskey. A year ago today, we opened the 2020 Advent Calendar we'd bought from the Spirit Company. 24 tantalizing doors that contain not chocolate treats, but drams of what the locals call the water of life. On a whim, we decided to vlog it, and guess what? Scotchmas was born. If you weren't with us on that journey last year, every single day for 24 days straight, we opened one of those little cardboard doors and pulled out a surprise whiskey. Sometimes a single malt. Sometimes a blend. Some brands we knew well and others we had never heard of. But we tasted them all on camera.
Oh.
That is different yet again.
So different.
It is
you know
way
what's
different.
odd is that you get these different...
Folks, let me just say, we are the furthest thing from whiskey connoisseurs, and believe me, it shows. We didn't even have our proper Glencairn glasses until the very end. But we tasted them all from all the whiskey regions of Scotland. We gave our inexpert opinions on what tasted like dirt and what tasted like the sea. We mispronounced the names of the distilleries, but we had a ball. So, here we go again. We bought a fresh new 2021 edition of the Scotch Advent Calendar and invited you to join us. And along the way, we'll have some fun surprise guests to do the daily intros for us. So, let the Scotch whiskey tasting begin right now.
Hello, everyone. It is December 1st. Welcome to Scotchmas Day 1. All right, well, we are going to be together for 24 days. We have our wonderful Advent calendar from the Spirit Company, and we are going to be running through everything that's behind these doors. But first of all, we always like to, since we're going to be together for 24 days, let's get personal. This fella here had a root canal yesterday and a crown removed and all kinds of other things.
Yeah, I had a little bit of work done yesterday, so if I sound a little bit strange, that's why Paul is starting this thing out, because I'm not feeling tip-top right now, but we're going to keep going, because you want to know why? Today is also the opening day for the National Finals Rodeo right here in Las Vegas, and it's back, and we're so excited about it.
We sure are. The day you see this, December 2nd, will be the first performance over at the Thomas and Mack, and we'll be covering rodeo stuff throughout the
We sure will.
The whole rodeo as best we can.
And you know what they say, the show must go on. I don't know why,
That
but the
is
show
what
must go
they
on.
say.
So let's open day one. I'm going to do that for you right now.
Door number 1, we perforated it a little bit to make it easier and not make such a mess of this like we did last year. Process improvement, you know.
How exciting is this?
I'm really excited. I can't tell you, we've had this for 2 months, haven't we? And we haven't peaked. All right, what do we have? We had this last year, Aerolite Lyndsay, this particular brand. And what does it say on the label? It says 10-year-old, the character of Islay Whiskey Company, single malt Scotch whiskey from Islay.
All right, if you give us a couple of minutes, we are going to go check this out and make sure we know what we're talking about here, and then we'll taste it. We'll be right back.
See you in a minute. Well, some of you are joining us on this Scotch whiskey journey. We know that you've bought this exact same calendar or something similar. So if you haven't already, go ahead and open up your dram because we're going to taste this together. I have some information about the whiskey, but first of all, let me just say, what did you think of our little recap of where our love of Scotch came from and the birth of Scotchmas.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed that. And big shout out to our friend Bob Mason on the pipes. Bob's over in Colorado, and he generously provided wonderful piping background music for Scotchmas.
He not only did that song, he sent us a whole bunch of songs throughout the year, Christmas carols and things like that. So we may just interject a couple of these as we're going along, right?
It's the pipes and it's Scotchmas, match made in heaven.
Shall I open this?
Yes, all
right.
right. So let's talk about the character of Islay Whiskey Company. They actually feature Islay whiskeys. Islay is an island off the west coast of Scotland, known for its very peated single malts. The peat bogs are right there on the island, and the whiskey is, of course, flavored with that wonderful peat smoke. So this Aerolite Lyndsay is one of their featured brands. It's a 10-year-old. It's from an undisclosed distillery. They don't tell you exactly who makes it. It is bold and complex, but it has a smooth finish, so we are looking forward to that. It rests in bourbon casks, and it's intended for folks who may be interested in a peaty malt but know nothing about Scotch.
I love the peaty malts.
I know you do. That
Yeah.
might help you feel a little better with that root canal.
I'm sure it will.
All right, the Glencairn glasses. Cheers.
Let's just take a whiff of it first.
Scotchmas Day 1.
Oh, yeah, it's smoky.
It is very smoky.
Oh, that is
but
very smoky. Can I just say before we do this, we're not experts at this at all.
we just have fun with it.
We just have fun. We're absolute amateur, but we love Scotch.
We do love
Let's
Scotch.
give it a shot. Oh, that was amazing.
My appreciation for peated malts has grown since we did this last year. And first of all, I will say the nose inside
Yeah,
the glass, wasn't
it is.
that great? It
Yeah.
was wonderful.
Wow.
It's leathery. It's very smooth on the finish. They're right
Yeah.
about that. It doesn't burn going down. It actually feels lovely.
I like it a lot. And I hope you will tell us what you thought of yours, too. Those of you who had the Advent calendar,
Yeah,
right?
we hope that you're going to put in the comments what you think of this, and let's just do this together as we go along for the next 24 days.
All right, guess what? Day 1.
Done.